Hello, I'm Rev Simo. Welcome to 8 Days. Today's story is called What Have I Done? And is told to us by Peter. What have I done? Jesus must be so disappointed in me. Let me begin with what happened earlier this evening. We were at dinner. It was a celebration and we were all gathered together. Once we'd gathered, Jesus did something unusual again. He got up. He grabbed a towel and tied it round his waist and a bowl of water, and then he came and started washing our feet. This is normally the job of someone low down in the household. It's not the job of the leader. Eventually, Jesus came round to me. And I said to him, "No, Jesus, I will not let you wash my feet." Jesus looked me in the eye and he just said, "Unless I wash you, Peter, you have no part with me." My heart sank as I realised what I'd done. And then I said to him, "Well, Lord, they're not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Again, he looked at me and said, "Those who have had a bath are clean and need only wash their feet. And you, Peter, are clean, although not everyone here with us this evening." I didn't really know what he meant by that, but I learnt a lesson. Well, it was a lesson I should have known already. You don't argue with Jesus. Once Jesus had washed all our feet, he went and sat back down and we began to eat and share a meal together. The conversation was good. It felt good. And then Jesus took some bread. He broke it and he passed it round the table and he said, "This bread is my body. Take it and eat it." So we did. And then he took a cup of wine and he said, "This wine is my blood. Take it and drink it." And he passed it round. And we each took some. In the silence, Jesus said, "Tonight, each of you will turn away from me." "Never, Lord, I will never turn away from you," I said. "Even you, Peter, will deny knowing me 3 times before the cockerel crows." After dinner, we went out to the Mount of Olives. We often go there. Jesus likes to go there for some quiet time to pray. But this evening, the mood was different. He asked most to wait at the entrance to the garden. But he asked James, John and myself to go with him. We went in a little further and then he asked us to stop and wait by a tree. "Keep watch and pray," he said, as he went a little further. I don't know what he was praying exactly, but he was clearly praying hard. And he was quite some time, and we tried to keep watch, but after a while, we fell asleep. Jesus came and woke us up and said, "I gave you one simple task, to keep watch. Please keep watch while I pray." We felt so ashamed. Jesus went off to pray some more. and we were determined we were going to stay awake. But again, after a while, our eyes became heavy and we fell asleep again. I don't know how long we were asleep for, but Jesus came back and again he woke us. Peter, James, John, I need you to watch and pray. Please stay awake. Again he went to pray some more, and again we struggled to keep our eyes open. A third time Jesus came and he woke us. As he woke us this time, we could hear footsteps coming through the garden. A large crowd seemed to be coming towards us. There was a group of soldiers. And Judas, one of us, was with them. Judas walked up to Jesus and he kissed him on the cheek. The soldiers grabbed Jesus, but Jesus remained calm. And he just said, every day I've been with you in the temple. And you have not done anything about arresting me. And yet this evening you come when I'm just a small group of people. And you come with a small army. Well, Jesus may have been calm, but I was not going to let them take him without a fight. I had my sword with me and I grabbed it and I swung it. And I took off the ear of one of the crowd. And Jesus again looked at me with such disappointment in his eyes. No, Peter, that's not the way. And he pushed my sword away. He walked over to the man whose ear I had cut off. He placed his hand on the side of his head. And he just said, be healed. When he moved his hand away, the ear was fine. It was as if nothing had happened. Not a scratch, not any blood, nothing. Jesus was then taken to the home of the high priest. They took him inside. We couldn't go there. So I went into the courtyard to wait, to find out what was going to happen. There were a few people standing around a fire, so I went and I joined them so that I could keep nice and warm. Then one of them said to me, I recognise you. Weren't you with Jesus? No, I think you must have me confused with somebody else, I said. Then one of the others said, no, your accent. You're from Galilee, where Jesus is from. You must know him. No, I'm nothing to do with Jesus, I said. We were silent for a moment as we stood there. Then another one spoke. I'm sure I've seen you with Jesus. I tell you, I don't know the man, I said. And just at that moment, the cockerel crowed. I remembered Jesus' words. I turned and I ran, and that's what I'm doing here. I feel so ashamed.